Gurleen is a philosopher by choice and a poet by unexplained impetus. She started writing poetry when she was just 9 years old and had a collection of Hindi poetry published when she was 16. Since then, she's continued to write in both Hindi and English. She is currently in New Zealand pursuing a master's degree in philosophy from the University of Otago, with an emphasis on gender, size diversity, and ethics. She is also a passionate advocate for body positivity and fat acceptance, as well as LGBT rights and sex-positive education. Gurleen Khandpur.
All right. So, well, following Jenny, I too am going to talk about my mother. I think it's quite a recurrent theme. It's really difficult, the kind of complicated relationship that we can share with our mothers. And when you put weight loss and fat phobia in it, I think it's just sad and strange and weird and all these wonderful things that I cannot explain in normal words. And hence I have something that hopefully would give you a glimpse into how I feel, how my mom feels, or the kind of relationship we share. This poem is not something that I wrote for today's event. I wrote this last year when my mother turned 50. And I've been having conversations with her about health at every size and fat acceptance and just living life, I don't know, full size, just as we are, being happy and doing all the things that we deserve to do and want to do and whatnot. And the conversations are a little bit like hitting a brick wall. So, well, you'll see. So, without further ado, I'd like to begin, and please bear with me as I tell you my story. All right. Mother, if I could gift you anything today, I'd gift you my eyes so you could see. See what I see when I see you. See what you've meant to me. Comfort, joy, warmth, love, and most of all, beauty. Like any little girl, I looked at you and saw who I wished I'd grow up to be. I lurked in the background when you draped your lovely saris, making note of every tuck and fold. And lo and behold, the vision that you made in all your feminine glory. I couldn't wait for the day when I'd be old enough to emulate your skill, turning this way and that, filled with eager anticipation for the planes and angles of my prepubescent body, to bloom into the dips and curves of your Rubenesque form. Oh, how I waited. I paraded in your high heels, got into your jewelry box and played with your pearls, no longer a girl in my childish shenanigans, but a lady. I don't remember when it happened, but at some point I realized that when strangers and acquaintances walked up to you and informed you of our growing likeness, it wasn't meant to be a compliment, that you could hear the barbed asides where I couldn't. I wish I knew then that it wasn't us but them, but all I could see was that you did agree, and I couldn't look past what I knew you must see when you see me, that I had failed you. I had failed to be pretty. Every time I hugged you and breathed in your scent of roses in bloom, I thought to myself, such beauty. I looked at the cascading waves of your hair, the sharp incline of your nose, the hazel luminosity of your gaze, beauty. As you lay in bed, I'd come and hug your bottom, blow raspberries on your belly, try and snuggle in your arms, always fighting with the little urchin who so unceremoniously supplanted me from being the baby of the house for the luxury of laying in your generous embrace. And every time I managed to score a nap, drifting into dreamland, I'd murmur to myself, beauty. Yet, in waking hours, I wondered, just how could it be that you couldn't see? How could it be that you could so easily dismiss the bountiful grace in you and me? I remember now compliments being shrugged aside, praise always qualified. Every kind word that came your way, accompanied always with work hard and you will be thin one day. I know you accepted the promise of the Holy Grail, the promise of beauty someday. Over the years of relentless pursuit, goaded by countless bystanders riding our backs, spurring us on, we have toiled, blood, sweat and tears. We have justified our bodies. We have admitted to blame. We have explained our struggles. We have accepted shame, you and me. I am so sorry. I am sorry that you had to apologize for me. Angry at those who appropriated blame, like mother, like daughter, they say. I know how much their snide remarks have hurt, how couching their derision in laughter they mocked friends, relatives, acquaintances, but the worst of the lot, those who love us but accept us not. I am sorry you have grown up learning the same lessons you taught me, lessons entrenched in the memories of the daughter you were, reinforced in the blushes of a becoming bride, retold by a mother, mine. Lessons rooted in fear for me that I would be hurt how you have been. Lessons borrowing their urgency from dread, dread that time will run out for me. Lessons finding weight in pain and regret, regret like mother, like daughter, you see. I've not been an easy child, refusing to believe you, refusing to heed. I've grown up fighting, rebelling against what I was being told. Through all my years, I've carried an arsenal of words, shielding my spirit with witty retorts. But every so often, I reached for them too late. I have been wounded in an assault that never abates. I want to tell you today, Mother, I understand. It's a battle you fought too for all too long. So hear me this day. I hope my voice can be so loud to drown out the noise, voices that crowd. I found the Holy Grail and smashed it to bits. Broken down, I saw they were pieces of a dark fantasy. It was better smashed, for I discovered reality of beauty today, not tomorrow, not someday, of health and happiness and boundless pride, of self-love that doesn't deride. Today, I want to rewrite our legacy. The lessons that have passed down from you to me, they'd end here if only you'd believe the truth you stare at in the mirror, the truth you never really see. So if I could gift you anything today, Mother, I'd gift you my eyes, and you would see that I had to fight for myself, but never once for you. For you're beautiful and have always been. The woman I am sees still what the child in me had seen, in the slant of your nose and the luminosity of your gaze, in every dip and curve of your body, in your effortless grace. Beauty, forever, unqualified, not someday, but every day. And the greatest compliment I heard? Like mother, like daughter, they say. Thank you.